Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Bridget. I'm giving you weekly updates on my POTS. Just to recap real quick, I had got COVID back in December and then I caught it again in May. What the research is showing is that the more times that you get COVID, the more likely you are to have like complications from it or for it to be worse. And that definitely was my experience when I had it in December. I recovered after a week. But this time it's affected me. It's given me postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. My cardiologist appointment is this week on Tuesday. I have a cardiologist appointment this coming week. There was a cancellation, so they were able to get me in this month. If I actually had to switch days at work, if I didn't take this appointment, the next available appointment would have been in November. That just gives you a little bit of perspective on the healthcare system. I mean, just being able to get in and see a cardiologist, like I wouldn't be able to see one until November. Like that's insane. It's been pretty scary, and just the little things that we take for granted, right? Like just being able to stand up from sitting and to not get dizzy and to not get lightheaded or have heart palpitations. Like what a blessing. Like what a blessing when your body actually works the way it's supposed to work. And we take our health for granted every single day. It's just something to reflect on, like how many small things that we take for granted on a day-to-day basis. Next month, it'll be about 2 months since I've had COVID. The positives that I can focus on this week is I was noticing I was having some side effects with the metoprolol in regards to I'm noticing more of my hair falling out. I feel more muscle pain on it. So what I've been doing is on days that I work, because my job is very sedentary. A month ago, I couldn't have done this. So this is a small win for me. On days that I'm working, I'm not taking the metoprolol. And I'm trying to see if I can eventually wean my body off of it. But right now, and when I'm sitting, my heart rate is okay. It's in the 60s and 70s. When I do stand up, my heart rate still goes to the 90s. But without the metoprolol, it's sustaining between 90 to 115. It's not climbing, 3 weeks ago, if I didn't take any medication, it would go to the 130s and it would keep climbing to the 150s, 160s. So it was really scary. So far, without taking the medication, these past 2 days, I've been able to, if I do have to stand up and do stuff, it's sustaining in the 90s, and 115 was, I think, the maximum that it went up to. Today, I did have to work with the university. I did a lecture via Zoom. About 2 weeks ago when I had to lecture, towards the end of the lecture, I got lightheaded, I got dizzy, I felt like I was going to pass out. This week, I felt completely fine giving the lecture, so I think I am seeing improvements. They're very slow, but I think that slowly I am improving. That being said, though, being in healthcare and the way that my body has been reacting to the subsequent infections of COVID, it's very scary. It's very scary to think what if I get COVID again? What's going to happen to me? It's just scary. This was not related to the vaccines. This was related to getting a second COVID infection. I just want to make that very clear. I don't know if people aren't watching the videos. They're immediately just blaming the vaccines. The only thing that I will say is that the current vaccines are not very effective for the current strains that are circulating in the United States currently. That these new strains, that they're evading immunity related to previous infections, as well as evading antibodies from the vaccines. I'm hoping that they come out with a vaccine that is specifically targeted to these new variants, because I just cannot afford to get sick again. And my mom has had friends at her job that they wear a mask all the time. They still got sick. So even if I wear a mask everywhere, I don't think that there's really a magic bullet for not getting sick, unfortunately. And I also don't want to turn into a hermit that never goes out and never does anything, because what kind of life is that either? I will be posting a vlog that I went to Anna Maria Island, and it was filmed back in April of 2022. Lastly, I have a challenge. Right now I'm at 24,120 subscribers. If you could please join the challenge and subscribe, hit the like button. I am trying to reach 25,000 subscribers by the end of September. So if you could subscribe, that would help out tremendously. Thank you so much for watching. I will keep giving you updates.